Hello everyone, this is Dr. Hessa Al-Fadhel, the course coordinator of Accounting 112. In this video, I'm going to explain Chapter 6, Part 3, the weighted average. We're still doing Chapter 6, which was titled as Inventory and Cost of Sales. Please pay attention. The learning objective of this chapter is to compute inventory in a perpetual system using the method of specific identification, FIFO, and weighted average. As I mentioned earlier that if you're dealing with inventory method, they're always going to give you this table and the question. And the table will be including the dates and the activity of the company, like what is the beginning inventory, what's the purchases, and what's the sales. And they're also going to give you the units and their cost and how many units they sold and what is the selling price. So this time we're going to prepare the table of the inventory method using weighted average. As you remember that, we're always going to start with the beginning inventory. The beginning inventory here is 10 units and each unit costs us 91. So when I'm going to record this on the table, I'm going to say August 1st, I'm going to write the beginning balance and I'm going to record the inventory balance as 10 multiplied by 91, which means that at the beginning of 1st of August, my beginning inventory was 910. Then on the 3rd of August, the company, they did purchases. They purchased 15 units and each unit cost them 106, which means that the total cost of the purchases was 1,590. Now to report this on the table, I'm going to include August 3rd and I'm going to put the purchases of 15 units multiplied by 106 under the goods purchased column. Why did I add it in the goods purchased column? Because in August 3rd, the company did purchases. So how I'm going to record now the inventory balance? Now remember, if the company they did purchases, it means that their inventory balance is going to increase. What I'm going to do, as I did usually on the other method, I'm going to add the previous units. So I'm going to take 10 multiplied by 91, and was the unit left from the beginning inventory, plus I'm going to add my new purchases, which is 15. So I'm going to take them and add them together, which means now my inventory balance equals to 2,500. So as you can see, my inventory is increasing because we did some purchases. Now, in August 14, the company did sales and they sell 20 units. Now, remember, because we're doing the weighted average, I'm not going to say 20 units multiplied by 130. I have to take the 20 units and I have to multiply it with the average cost. So how I'm going to do this? So how I'm going to record it, because the company they did sales, I'm going to record it under the cost of goods sold column. And I'm going to say 20 multiplied by 100. Now, how did I get 100 here? So to calculate it, I'm going to say here cost of goods available for sale. So how many goods available for sale? So I'm going to take the balance of the beginning of the inventory balance of August 3rd, which is 2,500, and I'm going to divide it with the units available for sale. So the company at the beginning, they have 10 units, then they purchase 15 units. So in total, how many units do I have in my inventory? I have 25 units. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the inventory balance of August 3rd and I'm going to divide it over how many units I have in the inventory. So when I divide 2,500 divided by 25, it's going to give me 100. So this 100 is going to be used as the weighted average cost. So I'm going to say 20 multiplied by 100, it will give me 2,000. Now remember, how many units I have available for sale? 20. Now 20 25 units available for sale and I sold 20 units. So how many units left? I have 5 units left. So now when I'm going to calculate my inventory balance, I'm going to take 5 units. Why 5 units? Because I have 25 units and I sell out of this 25, 20. So how many left? 5. So I'm going to take 5 and I'm going to multiply the 5 by 100. Why by 100? Remember, I have also to multiply it with the weighted average cost. So now my beginning inventory or my ending inventory balance was 500. So my inventory balance in August 14 is 500. We can see that the inventory balance is decreasing because the company, they did some sales. Now let's move on with August 17. In August 17, the company, they did purchases and they purchased 20 units and each unit cost them 115. So I'm going to record it here on the table. I'm going to write August 17. And of course, because this is purchases, I'm going to record my purchases on the goods purchased. So I'm going to say 20 multiplied by 115. What I'm going to do, because the company, they did some purchases, it means that their inventory balance is also going to increase. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the units balanced from August 19. So in August 19, I have 5 units multiplied by 100. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to add my new purchases, which is 20 multiplied by 115. So when I take the total of both, the inventory balance will be 2,800. We can see that the inventory balance is increasing. In August 14, because we did sales, it was 500, but in August 17, we purchases merchandise. So what happens to my inventory? My inventory increases by 2,800. Again, also, in August 28, we did some purchases. We purchased 10 units and each unit cost us 119. So because the company did purchases, so I'm going to record my purchases here in the goods purchased column because the company did purchases. And now how I'm going to calculate the, I'm going to take the balance of the previous example here. So I'm going to take the 5 and 20 and I'm going to add my new purchases. So when I add them together, it means that here I have 3,990. So my inventory is increasing because the company, they're doing some purchases. Now the last entry here is in August 30. The company, they did sales. How many units they sold? They sold 23 units. Remember, we're doing a weighted average. So when I'm going to report it here, I'm going to record the cost. How many units I sold? I sold 23. So under the cost of goods sold column, I'm going to add here 23. But I'm not going to multiply it with 150 as shown in the table. I'm going to multiply it with what we call the weighted average cost. So how I'm going to record the weighted average cost? So to record it, I'm going to, or to calculate it, I'm going to take the cost of goods available for sale. So I'm going to take the cost of goods available for sale, which is the inventory balance on 28th of August. The inventory balance on the 28th of August is 3,990. Then I'm going to divide it over the units available at time of sale. So if you can see that, how many units do we have? If you go to August 28 and you see the inventory balance, you can see that we have 25 units or 5 units plus 20 plus 10 or 25 plus 10, which is 35 units. This is 35 units in my inventory. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the cost of goods available for sale, which is 3,990. From where did I get it? I get it from the August 28 inventory balance and I divide it over the units available for sale. How did I calculate the units available for sale? So if you go to August 28, you will see that the units in the inventory balance is 25. So you'll say 25 plus 10, will give you 35. So when you divide it, it means that my weighted average cost per unit is 114. So then I'm going to take the 114 that I calculated and I'm going to multiply it by 23. What is 23? 23 because the company, they sell 23 units. So in the cost of goods sold, I'm going to say 23 multiplied by 114, and then I'm going to get here 2,622, which is the cost of goods sold. Now, what about my inventory balance? Remember, if the company, they did sales, they're going to they're going to what? They're going to record the inventory. First of all, it's going to decrease. Plus, I'm going to calculate it using how many units left. So I have 35 units, okay, and I sell out of the 35 23. So how many units left? It means that it's left how much? 12 units. So I'm going to say 12 units multiplied by 114. It's going to give me 1,368. This is the end of chapter 6, part 3, and this is also the end of chapter 6. Good luck.